5 minute, 5 minute, 5 minute, 5 minute.
5 minute Chit Chatz!
Rachel Marie Martin is the creator of FindingJoy.net and the author of The Brave Art of Motherhood. Fight fear, gain confidence, and find yourself again. Her story is a transparent collection of moments that unearth the ebbs and flow of womanhood and motherhood. Join us as we talk about ways to foster lasting friendships in adulthood.
So can you share with me just the challenges of breaking that wall of vulnerability has helped you find healing in your life?
When you hide your vulnerability, you really close off yourself to options and friendship and possibilities because you're so much protecting your heart, which seems in the beginning to me like it's a good thing. Who doesn't want to not feel pain or any of that? But what happens is I always like to think of it as like we numb ourselves, and the more numb we get to our circumstances, the less we can experience on the continuum of joy. So in order to feel joy and fulfillment, you also have to be willing to experience loss and pain. And it's understanding that it's this balance of both. And vulnerability is everybody has a story. And somehow there's this lie that if I had it good enough or if I had it together, then I wouldn't have any of the hard parts of the story. But I mean, you, me, everybody sitting, all these moms, we all have stories of ups and downs. And we just kind of need to love each other in the midst, to be like, hey, I love you for your story and I love you for what's to come. And this is my story and I'm not going to have shame about it. We're going to link arms and be stronger together.
What I remember that really kind of opened the door for that in your book was when you were sitting down with these ladies. Mm-hmm. And inside you knew all of the baggage and the weight of life that you were carrying, but feeling like, I can't express this. I'm the only one. I mean, I'm sure it takes courage to break that wall when you are, and a lot of ladies, may be at a MOPS group, or they may have an experience where they are at a small group, but not knowing how to break that wall of sharing.
Right. Well, I think there's a risk in breaking the wall. There's the risk. I mean, everybody listening probably has like, what if they don't like me after that? What if they remember that about me? And, obviously we want people to like our good parts, but the best part about friendship is knowing that the people that we're friends with, the real true friends, are going to love us for the parts of our story or ourselves where it's a little bit messy, and they're going to encourage us and not judge us for that moment. The story you're referring to is I was in like a Bible study years ago, and it was for 5 or 6 weeks. Everybody was just kind of on the surface. Like nobody wanted to venture into this realness. And I admit in the story that when I went to this Bible study, there was like this moment where the individual said you could sit wherever. And I stood in the back of the room and assessed all the women. Like, would I fit in there? No, they're too perfect. Like I started labeling everybody because I didn't want to feel uncomfortable. Well, 6 weeks later, my life, I was dealing with some pretty rough stuff, and I'm in this group, we're all there. And there come moments in life where you can't hide, where, as much as I was trying to tuck in the tears, they were just right there. And the beautiful part is I share this story with these people that I thought were too perfect. What ended up happening is me dropping the mask allowed everybody else in the group. So the leader, who I thought had it all together, all of a sudden shares these very personal moments about going through a divorce. And the next lady was sharing about she was estranged from her son. And I thought, for 6 weeks we've sat around and nobody knew the layer right underneath. And yet it took one person to share it. And we didn't stay stuck wallowing. We loved each other, but we also knew, and this is the power of it, where to show up for each other. We knew, I could help her out. Without sharing that part, we all kind of think we're alone, but nobody knows that detail of how do I show up for my friends?
Yeah, absolutely. Just bless you. Just thank you so much for empowering just us as women, as moms, to be our best self, the way God created us to.
Amen.
So thankful for you.
Oh, well, I am so thankful to chat with you about this. I mean, it is my passion that we live a life of joy. We love and we plan for the moments, the future, and we're just grateful for the moments we have today.
Check out previous videos by clicking one of these video boxes. 5 Minute Chit Chatz is about real moms sharing tips on life and leadership. New videos every Monday.